Hello and welcome to the English Deep Dive. I am so glad you are here today because we are going to master a skill that is the true mark of an advanced speaker, the art of storytelling. Let me ask you a question. When a native speaker asks you, "How was your weekend?" or "How is your new job going?" do you give a one-word answer? Do you just say, "It was good, thank you," or "I am busy"? If you do, you are stuck in the beginner trap. You sound like a robot reading a script. You are not building a connection. You are ending the conversation. In British culture, we love a good story. We use filler words, emotional adjectives, and connectors to weave our thoughts together. To reach a B2 or C1 level, you must stop answering and start sharing. You must learn how to take a simple event and turn it into a narrative. Today, we are going to perform linguistic surgery on your flow. This is a 45-minute intensive masterclass on advanced British storytelling. We will learn the 3 pillars of native flow. We will master the social glue that connects your sentences. And then we will engage in a massive 60-sentence shadowing marathon to build your narrative reflex. Finally, we will listen to a real-life story about a day in London. Are you ready to stop being boring and start being a storyteller? Let's begin. Part 1. Pillar 1. Narrative connectors. In school, you learned first, then, and after that. These are correct, but they sound like a recipe for a cake. To sound natural, you need more sophisticated connectors. Instead of suddenly, try as it happens, or out of the blue. Instead of in summary, try basically, or to cut a long story short. Instead of also, try mind you, or on top of that. These words act like the social glue we discussed before. They tell the listener's brain that a story is coming. Let's practice 10 story starters to warm up. Repeat after me with energy. So, it all started when I was heading to work. To be perfectly honest, I wasn't expecting much. As it happens, I ran into an old friend from university. To cut a long story short, we ended up at a pub. Believe it or not, I had completely forgotten my wallet. Anyway, the next thing I knew, the bus had left. Mind you, the weather was absolutely dreadful at the time. Strangely enough, I felt perfectly calm about the situation. I've been giving it some thought, and I realized why it happened. Basically, it turned out to be an exceptional day. Part 2. Pillar 2. Adding colour with emotional adjectives. If you want people to listen to you, you must stop using lazy adjectives like good, bad, or interesting. You need to paint a picture in the listener's mind. Instead of the food was good, say the meal was exquisite. Instead of I was surprised, say I was completely taken aback. Instead of the view was big, say the landscape was colossal. When you use colour words, you show authority and command of the language. Let's practice 10 colour words in sentences. Shadow me. I was absolutely chuffed to bits with my promotion. The presentation was fascinating, wasn't it? Is less than #6. 0# is greater than. Honestly, the whole experience was quite bizarre. I was blown away by the quality of her performance. The train station was absolutely packed this morning. I felt a bit under the weather after that long flight. To be fair, the final result was quite impressive. I'm really looking forward to a relaxing holiday. I was devastated when I heard the bad news. The instructions were straightforward and easy to follow. Part 3. Pillar 3. The so what factor. A good story must have a point. Why are you telling me this? At the end of your story, you must use a closing chunk to show that you have finished and to invite a response. Instead of just stopping, say, so, that's how I ended up in Scotland. Or, looking back, it was a walk in the park. This gives the other person a social ball to catch. Let's practice 10 closing chunks. In the end, everything turned out fine, luckily. It just goes to show that you should never give up. So, that's the big picture of my year so far. It wasn't exactly rocket science, but it was a challenge. I'll definitely bear that in mind for next time. Honestly, I couldn't be happier with the outcome. So, what would you have done in my position? Take care of yourself. It's been a pleasure sharing that. Basically, I'm over the moon with how it finished. It was a bit of a long shot, but it worked. Part 4. The Master Shadowing Marathon. Now, we enter the most important part of our workout. We are going to practice 60 sentences, covering past experiences, daily narratives, and complex opinions. This marathon is designed to build your flow reflex. Section A. Past experiences and memories. I grew up in a very quiet town near the seaside. I've always wanted to travel across the Scottish Highlands. As it happens, my first job was in a small bakery. I was completely taken aback when I got the job offer. To be honest, I struggled a lot at the beginning. I remember being absolutely spent after my first week. We went on holiday to Spain about 3 years ago. The scenery in the mountains was breathtakingly beautiful. I ran into an old colleague while I was at the airport. To cut a long story short, we missed our connection. Honestly, I haven't thought about that for donkey's years. I was chuffed to bits when I finally passed my driving test. The weather was absolutely miserable the whole time. We stayed in an exquisite little boutique hotel. Looking back, I should have taken your advice sooner. It was a bit of a touchy subject, so we didn't discuss it. I was blown away by the kindness of the local people. I've been giving it some thought, and I'm glad I went. It was an exceptional opportunity for my career growth. Everything will be better in the end. I truly believe that. Section B. Describing your day-to-day life. I usually kick off my day with a strong cup of tea. I'm currently working on a very demanding project. Honestly, I've got a lot on my plate at the moment. I really need to get round to fixing that broken chair. I'm struggling to get my head around the new software. Actually, I'm looking forward to the meeting on Friday. To be fair, the workload has been quite hectic lately. I'll get back to you with a full update by tonight. I'm just popping out to the shops for some milk. It really depends on what time the trains are running. I'm perfectly content with my current daily routine. It goes without saying that I appreciate your support. I'm absolutely knackered after that long commute. We should definitely touch base later this afternoon. I believe we are all on the same page regarding the plan. Honestly, I think it'll be a walk in the park for us. I'm over the moon about the success of the campaign. Let's just play it by ear and see what happens next. I'm absolutely swamped with emails this morning. Sorry. Take care of yourself and have a wonderful evening. Section C. Opinions and complex connections. In my humble opinion, we need a fresh perspective here. I'm inclined to agree with the majority of the team. It's a highly controversial topic in the UK right now. I think it's important to take his words with a pinch of salt. The government needs to address the housing crisis urgently. I'm not entirely convinced that this is sustainable. It goes without saying that education is the key to success. I've been giving it some thought, and I've decided to stay. You can't just ignore the problem and hope it goes away. It's high time we started taking our health seriously. From my perspective, the benefits of this plan are clear. I was blown away by the quality of the work you produced. I'm struggling to get my head around the new legal rules. Honestly, I think you are doing much better than you think. I'm really looking forward to our next masterclass together. I'm absolutely chuffed to bits with how this turned out. Take it from me. Consistency is the mother of all skills. I'm so proud of your dedication to your English journey. Everything will be better if we just stay brave and keep speaking. You are no longer a student. You are a powerful speaker. Part 5. Story Mode. The Day I Got Lost in London. Now, let's put it all together. Listen to this story and pay attention to the social glue and connectors. Last month, I was invited to a party in South London. I had never been to that area before, so I was a bit apprehensive. As it happens, I decided to take the bus instead of the tube. That was my first mistake. Suddenly, it started tipping it down with rain. Out of the blue, the bus driver announced that the bus was broken down and everyone had to get off. I was absolutely soaked in seconds. To make matters worse, my phone died. I had not the foggiest idea where I was. I saw a small pub on the corner and decided to go inside. I said to the bartender, "I'm terribly sorry to bother you, but do you happen to have a charger?" He was very kind and helped me out. While I was waiting, I ran into a man who was also going to the same party. We decided to share a taxi. He told me he was over the moon because he had just moved to the city. We spent the whole journey catching up and sharing stories. To cut a long story short, I arrived at the party an hour late, but I had a new friend. It just goes to show that even a disaster can turn into an exceptional adventure if you just play it by ear. Part 6. Your 30-Day Storytelling Challenge. If you want to stop giving short answers, you need a daily habit. Here is your plan. Number 1. The extended answer rule. Today, every time someone asks you a question, you must say at least 3 sentences. How are you? Is greater than I'm great, thanks. I've had a very productive morning, and I'm really looking forward to lunch. What about yourself? Number 2. The chunk of the day. Pick one narrative connector, like as it happens, and use it today. Number 3. The shadowing workout. Watch this video twice a week and repeat the marathon sections with full emotion. Number 4. The accountability comment. Tell us in the comments what you did today using at least 4 sentences. Part 7. The rapid-fire storytelling quiz. Let's check your reflex. I will say the basic, short answer, and you must say the advanced British version. I arrived. As it happens, I arrived. It was a mistake. To be honest, it was a bit of a nightmare. I am happy. I'm absolutely chuffed to bits. In summary, basically, to cut a long story short, I will help you. It goes without saying that I'll be there. Conclusion. Excellent work today. You have just completed a massive 45-minute masterclass on the art of native flow. You have practiced 60 sentences and learned the secret glue of British English storytelling. Remember, speaking English is not about passing a test. It is about sharing your world with others. Stop being a student who gives short answers. Be the speaker who tells stories. I have a small task for you. Tell me about your day in the comments, using at least 3 sentences. I will read and reply to every single one. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the English Deep Dive, and share this with a friend who wants to improve their fluency. I am so proud of your dedication today. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and stop giving those short answers. I will see you in our next lesson. Goodbye for now.